My mother was a radiographer, and she was locked in the dark room for a number of hours after working there for a number of years and got chemical poisoning. I could see it had a really profound effect on her, and I just have strong memories of coming home and seeing her kind of sitting in her chair in her bedroom, just kind of holding it, trying hard to hold it together for us. Mum had been trying lots of herbal remedies and natural remedies and had really started to wonder if there was a miracle for her that she could be set free from this in another way. So she was talking to a friend, I believe, who invited them along to a local Baptist church and said, why don't you come and there's somebody there who can sort of like maybe offer you prayer. Whatever happened in that prayer time, Mum knew that God had met her there, that something transcendent had happened, that this faith thing was much wider and larger than we as a family had quite grasped. And I remember her telling me the story. She went down to the beach afterward and she just said, God, if this is you healing me, if this has really happened, then this changes things. About 3 or 4 years ago, I started getting sick, and actually it just got worse and worse, and I saw specialists, I saw all kinds of people, did all kinds of tests, and no one could figure out what was wrong. I was playing music, I was touring in 2016. I did probably 7 or 8 tours, and at this point in my life, my career was really opening up. I was getting opportunities to play in the US and in Europe that I'd only dreamed of. Yet at the same time, I was in bed for 6 days just so I could get up and do a show on the 7th. And so I started to have this crisis of like, what do I do if my whole life isn't oriented toward music, toward doing this? And so it led to this crisis twofold. One, I was a father of 2 boys and a husband, and I was unable to provide for them because I couldn't work. And then there was a personal crisis of, who am I when I'm not doing this thing? Who am I when I strip away all of this stuff? What am I? What does it mean to be human when you're spending 8 or 9 months a year in bed? I would spend entire weeks despairing, to be honest. I would be lying in bed. I would just be crying, thinking, I don't know if I'm going to get my life back. Now, we had plenty of times where we weren't sure how we were going to make it through the week. And what do you do with that? When you can't get a job, you don't know how to get well, you got 2 kids and a wife. And so, yeah, there were plenty of times when I was just screaming at God. I was at the lowest, struggling with depression and anxiety. Yet, in the strangest way, I have never felt more close to God. I've never felt more close to genuine life. It's such a strange thing to say. I was really discovering the meaning of life for me. I started to love people in a totally new way. I started to understand others better. I became quieter and more slow. So there was this simultaneous journey of extreme suffering that I just wanted to end. But I feel like life just became beautiful to me as well. And I think I found in this my spirituality, that God is not, that He is more mysterious and spacious and more of a friend than He is a taskmaster. And I've come to really believe that that's what my faith is about, that that's what spirituality is about. It's earthy, it's gritty, that my soul needs more than just to be satisfied all the time. My soul needs more than just pleasure and happiness and ease. My soul needs the threshing. My soul needs to be challenged, because in that process, I feel like I love others more than I could possibly have ever fathomed before going through what I went through. And I feel like I love God more than I ever could have fathomed before that too. I've learned how to say no. I've learned how to listen to my body, to my mind, to my spirit. I've learned how to wait, and that it's okay to just rest, that it's okay to not have answers, that it's okay to just sit in the mess for a bit. I've learned to love my family. I think I just love moments with my kids. And I think I enjoy parts about my life that seemed like in-between spaces before. Now the in-between spaces have kind of become the point.